that is the legacy of me messing around a little bit this week with Streamlabs. Because I've just picked up a Stream Deck, so everything's going to get more complicated before it gets simpler again. So, hello, I am VoiceOver AU, otherwise known as Kevin Powell. I'm here because I love games. I've been a gamer all my life. I also love to explore the world around games, and in the case of Fallout, that means looking at things like atomic age futurism. It means looking at wacky, zany characters in this post-apocalyptic frontier landscape that we get to explore, so shades of gonzo western in there. It's such a beautiful melange of different genres in there that it's such a great series, and I'm really enjoying digging back through it. I'm really enjoying going back to Fallout 1. We'll be moving on to Fallout 2 after this, and it looks like we're at the pointy end of Fallout 1. But we'll be moving on to Fallout 2 after this, and hopefully Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel before Fallout 76 launches in November, which I'm really excited about. So, I like to explore the world around games. I've just finished, in the case of Fallout, which is kind of guiding what I'm reading, what I'm listening to at the moment, and what I'm watching. I just finished listening to the audiobook of American Prometheus, which is J. Robert Oppenheimer's biography, which was fascinating. It's a real journey. It's about 26 hours in total, and it goes through from his early days through to the sad nature of his passing. He's a really interesting character. He's someone who lived a lot of life, and lived a lot of life by his terms. So I highly recommend that. And I'm on now to The End by Phil Torres, which I'm finding really interesting. It's talking about the concept of it's talking about the concept of secular eschatology, which is a study of the end of the world, and comparing basically secular and religious approaches to looking at the apocalypse. One thing I found really interesting in that is that there is a lot of time spent in the field of secular eschatology, apparently, looking at things like, well, what if there's a super intelligence smarter than us? Or what if we create an AI that destroys the world? Or what if we're actually in a simulation? And those are interesting things, but they seem a lot more like intellectual exercises to me than actual real existential threats that we're facing right now. Because if you look at like what's happening in the headlines, you would think that, well, not to bring it too much back to Fallout, but you would think that nuclear apocalypse would be one of the real threats at the moment, when we've got just this completely unprecedented political landscape. As someone who grew up in the Cold War period of the 80s, you had this feeling of that even with, and maybe part of it is just not being aware of the media, but you felt that there were people out there who understood what they were doing. That underneath all of the cloak and dagger of Cold War espionage, that people kind of had a handle on things. Nowadays, it's an unprecedented political landscape, and so nuclear apocalypse is a real threat again. Climate change, you would think that is something that warrants far more attention. And they use a phrase in there, and I wonder if this is part of where everything where the book goes. They use this concept of philosophical acrobatics, and I think that's a beautiful term, because I'm not blessed with a great deal of smarts. Like, I'm smart enough to get by, but I'm not the smartest guy in the room by any stretch. And sometimes it feels like there are problems that are intellectually engaging and intellectually gripping that kind of slide right by any real practical application. And that simulation theory is one that, and I understand the statistical background of how basically they get to that point, but it feels pretty similar to that. But it's an interesting book. I'm really enjoying getting into it. So, before we get started, I wanted to give a big thank you to Damien Wise and Construct for following. I hope to see you around at some point in time. Thank you very much for joining us. I've been experimenting a little bit with playing Dead Cells during the week. I'm having a look at... Hey, Zevensoft! Please tell me what the super serious problem is with simulation theory. You're someone who might be smart enough to actually be engaged by that, but yeah, I just find I slide I slide straight off it. And thank you so much for the follow, Zevensoft. Very much appreciated. So thank you very much to Zevensoft, to Damien Wise, and Construct for their follows during the week. Now, just as a bit of a recap, where are we at? Oh, and there's one other thing I wanted to mention very briefly before we get started as well. And just bear with me while I open up a browser, because I just want to make sure that I don't have my notes up to date on this, but I wanted to give a very big thank you to, if I can find this information quickly. There we go, and I can. I'm getting to know my way around the Twitch website. I wanted to thank Even Prime TV, Everything Apocalypse, and Ironside for the hosting. Thank you so much for that. Unfortunately, my chatbot doesn't really give me notifications for auto hosts, which is terrible. Like, I get notifications for hosting, but not auto hosts. All right, so my levels are looking good. Desktop audio is looking good. So I'm going to switch over to chatbot while I'm having a look at if we could achieve warp travel, it would glitch the universe simulation. Hello, Illurius. Thank you very much for joining us. It's late in your neck of the woods. If we could achieve warp travel, you might need to explain that then. You might need to explain why that would glitch the universe simulation, because if we could achieve warp travel, couldn't the simulation model that, or is there something physically inherent in that would actually break the whole thing? Before we get started with killing super mutants in beautiful cognitive dissonance between hyperviolence and really interesting conversations that you people always bring to chat, we're talking through simulation theory and why there's a problem with that. We could find bugs in the simulation. Okay. Yeah, the book was talking about as well. It was talking about that post-humanism would create too much of a strain on the simulation as well. But the thing that I also don't get with it is it talked about basically like cascading hierarchies or levels of simulation, but you would think that there would have to be some kind of practical upper limit to the amount of... Oh, you! Thank you! Hey, Damien Wise, thank you very much for joining us. Oh, wow, on Chromecast. Fantastic. I'm glad the mic audio is sounding good. I've had a few locations where I've put it where things have sounded terrible. We could find bugs in the simulation. Okay. Tell me more, Zimonsoft. Like, tell us more about how that works, because I'm super curious. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I love listening to people talk about this stuff. Yeah, please shoot. While you shoot with your question, I'm going to hop around the corner here, and I'm going to see who's left. So as a brief recap, we're in the facility. We're at the pointy end of Fallout 1. I can't remember if the big bad we're looking for is down here, but we've just been chowing through super mutants. It's been hilariously grotesque. What accents do I do? Okay, I am professionally trained in English RP and American, what's called General American, and I've also done some training on like a Southern accent because I love Southern as an accent, especially American. Like, it's wonderful because it's so varied from area to area, just like English. Oh, thank you. Hey, did I see on Twitter that Illurius that you've been volunteering, or have you been going through a spate of illnesses? Because I saw you mention that you've been spending some time at the hospital, and I thought that you've been volunteering, but I could be wrong. Some bugs cause instability and crashes. If the universe crashes, we are screwed. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So that's. Yeah, if the universe crashes, and that's you've put a finger on something that really bugs me with simulation theory. So thank you so much for that, Sevensoft. Which is that the universe itself is so infinite and so glorious and so varied, and there is so much stuff happening out there that it seems to me to be kind of, Well, to paraphrase Bruce Lee, it's like looking at the finger instead of staring at the heavens and missing out on the glory of it all. Like if that's the best that we can put our minds to, it's like the idea of, well, what if there's like millions and millions of like here right now, and it's all cascading, compared to, I mean, I know Fermi's paradox is a bitch, and the idea that we're alone in the universe is terrifying, but yeah, it just seems a little bit prosaic compared to. It seems like a preoccupation. You volunteer at the hospital. Oh, well, I hope the cardiac tests have gone well, Illyrius. I hope they have. Bear with me for a quick sec, because I'm playing around with Streamlabs. That's right, I am in chat configuration at the moment. Good. Might just pop that back there for the minute. Yeah, I hope those tests have been going well, and kudos to you for volunteering, Larius. That's awesome. And point taken on the universe not being infinite, as well, Sevensoft. I guess from my perspective, it's more a better way of phrasing it might be that it's so vast that it's beyond the scope of a space that we can really like do anything with meaningfully. Yeah, that's. I hear you on. I hear you on that. And it's probably going to sound condescending, but yeah, volunteering is an awesome thing. Like that's something I wish I could find the time to do myself. And there's probably no reason why I couldn't. So you're an inspiration, and you've already got me thinking. Alright, and now that I'm playing around... A hearth, let's do this. There we go. I'll pop that back there. Now we can see a little bit better. Oh, so now the real risk here, we picked up a whole bunch of neat stuff. Oh, that's what I should have done before I got into this fight. The observable universe. See, you people always bring the best conversations. Congratulations to Damien Wise for reaching Squire as well. Is paramedicine being a paramedic? Pardon my ignorance there, Illyrius. The observable universe is fun, but dark energy is pushing the universe away, so let us pass the horizon. Oh, okay. Wow, hats off to you for that. Being a paramedic is intense. Alright, let's grab some damage resistance when we get back up. So last stream ended on this fight, and I think I took about 180 damage in one hit. Find it exciting. Yeah, I can imagine. 47%. How many AP do I need for this? Let's move closer and get... Let's move a little bit closer and just get a slightly better percentage. 55, I'll take. What? I fired a dud shot. That's harsh. I protest. My Friday has been fantastic. Thank you very much for reminding me of our question for the week too. Oh, this is gonna be grim. I really need to take these out quickly. On my Fridays, I always I shouldn't have done that. Doot. All right, let's grab some Super Stim Pack. On Fridays, I spend my time looking after my daughter, and my partner's mother is down at the moment, so we both went off to the gym that she does in the morning and got to hang out there, which was lovely. And then we went off for ice cream, and then we just kind of hung out at home while I did chores. So it's been a cruisy day. I've been trying to get rid of some of the sleep debt because my daughter's been waking up at about 3-ish, 4-ish for the last 3 nights for various reasons. How has your Friday been? And that is the question for the week, folks. So please let me know how. Let everyone know what's the best thing that's happened to you this week as well. How's your Friday been? How's your week been? Their week just got a whole lot worse. Let's reload. Oh, wait, what? I'm out of rockets? I can't be out of rockets already. Oh, that does not bode well. My daughter is 4, which is an interesting age. No, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. There it is. Alright, there's our first death for the night.
Not even the carrion eaters are interested in your radiated corpse.
Harsh, Ron. Harsh. There we go. Now it's working. Death count at 25. I suspect it's really going to get up by the end of tonight. How's Witcher 3 treating you, Illyrius? I saw that you were on Fike Island in the stream. I didn't want to say... I couldn't find the right words to say, like, it was the part of the game that you're in is awesome without sounding like, oh, Fike Island, I've been there before. It's very good. But yeah, it's an awesome quest. And you kicked some Rot Ghoul ass. Ass. Totally kicked them. I've only got 1 rocket left. That's not right. That's not good. What did you do? What was your decision? Did you get to the end? Thank you very much for the follow as well, Illyrius. Very much appreciated. Streaming on the Twitches. Yeah, you're too busy being an awesome photographer, Evansoft, to have time with streams. What are you up to this week, by the way? How's life been treating you? 1 rocket is not good. Where did I leave? Because I'm not going to be able to get rid of... You spread the plague. So you let her go. You decided that she could continue her work. It's a tough decision. Well-written, difficult moral choices are so... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Zevensoft. I'm sorry to hear that it hasn't been better. At least that's what I'm implying. I thought she was innocent. Okay. It's such an interesting choice, though, because... What... just to completely go off on a Witcher 3 tangent. I get the feeling I'm going to have to kill these guys before I'm going to be able to get more rockets here. This is not going to go well. What else do I have? That's it. I ditched... Kids, don't ditch your rockets. Because they've all got rockets. Oh, what can I do? What can I do? I can sneak into the middle of them. Because one rocket could take them all out, but these guys seem hardy. Like Tom Hardy. Yeah, let's go the Ripper. That's actually, I think, going to do better than the 1 rocket I've got. This is... Oh, plasma... What am I doing? I got plasma... I say things for a living. I have plasma grenades. That's this week's homework. Say that 10 times fast. Yeah, just to go into a completely random Witcher 3 tangent. Which just seems like a smart decision. Let's talk about a completely different game that someone far more entertaining has been playing. It's an interesting choice that you're... Yes. Yes, Short Raver. Power Armor is the bestest. Oh, man. So are you picking up a collector's edition? Have you made a similarly poorly informed choice that I have? And you've engaged in filthy commerce? Because I'm picking up the collector's edition of Fallout 76 on Xbox. Yeah, just walk towards me. Thank you, Sevensoft. Yeah, the thing with that choice, though, Illyrius, in Witcher 3 is she says that she's potentially gonna take the plague to someone who just is completely untrustworthy, like just the loosest unit in the game politically, and that was the thing for me. Like that made it such a difficult choice to go. Oh, do I let her go? But it's far more interesting keeping her around. So I think you've made the right choice. That sounds patronizing. You've made an awesome choice. Oh, so you've played Witcher 3 on PS4 and PC, Short Raver. Oh, guys, come on. Yeah, the writing in which...
The darkness of the afterlife is all that awaits you now. May you find more peace in that world than you found in this one.
Good lord. Alright. What am I doing? There we go. Death's at 26 now. Yeah, it absolutely is A+ design. Games that give you difficult choices and are able to take a story in unexpected directions, it's a gift. It's so rare when it happens. I don't think I've got any... Oh, hang on, there was a fight. Now I've got to remember where my last fight was. I think now that I've got this stuff... Now that I've got stuff, I'm going to get more rockets. Don't bring a sniper rifle to a rocket fight, because they're just going to fire off like one at a time. Oh, I see. Wow. You've pre-ordered the collector's edition on 2 platforms. I'm impressed. Bethesda love you. So that means you've got 2 helmets coming. You can like take one and... Thank you so much for dropping in and saying hi, Illyrius. It was an absolute pleasure. I'll try and drop in on one of your streams again soon too. And yeah, it's super late out your way. So thank you very much for turning up. So last time around I was kind of playing, it was kind of a ticking clock, because I was really low on hit points, and so those barriers were basically death. Oh, but now I can't get down here because I don't have control over the barriers. We need a strategy, folks. We need a strategy, and I'm thinking that strategy is going to mean more rockets. So I'm just going to do a reconnaissance. I'm going to do a reconnaissance back to the level before. Oh, we could go to the level after. We could go down to level 3. Then we can get into lots of trouble. Let's do that. Why go backwards? Hey, guys. Because the thing I'm not sure about with the layout here is I'm not sure which of these levels is the one that I really want to be in. Alright, let's see if I can sneak through this. Just, you know, scream quietly. And I step forward and... Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, that FOMO will get you. You must have a pretty impressive display case, Short Ray, because you normally go for collector's editions for stuff that you're a big fan of, don't you? And yeah, I hear you re-Fallout. I'm actually really looking forward to getting through some of the rest of the series that I haven't explored yet. 72, 78. Well, you haven't acted yet, buddy, so I think we're gonna go for you. Turned into bits. Alright, and that's the end of my cleverness because I'm now out of rockets. So, I should have my sniper rifle. I do indeed. Can I... Oh, I could. I think I can break line of sight. Kind of. Yeah, just come back over here, buddy. There we go, I can. Oh, but you're going to pick up the rocket launcher. Don't pick up my rockets and use them. You find the cutest emojis, Zevensoft. They are gorgeous. Yeah, so what other parts of the Fallout series have you played through, Short Raver? Because I've actually, to my shame, like I've played through Fallout 1 previously and finished it a long time ago. And I've played through a little bit of Fallout 4, but that's it for me. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, yeah, come on in here, buddy. It's awesome in here. Alright, I'm gonna start chopping. Because that blade actually takes a lot of damage. Yeah, I've never played through... I avoided it back in the day for silly reasons. And so I am really looking forward to it as well. Before... Like, just after we moved, I didn't have time for streaming or anything like that, but I did have time to listen to podcasts, and I listened to a really interesting podcast called Fallout Off the Record. And they talk about... And that was... They created that podcast leading up to the release of Fallout 4. So it was interesting hearing them... Ah, that's right. I remember why I don't do that now. Because my melee sucks. Ow! But I still got that one hit point. Alright, this is what I got these super stim packs for. Super stim pack! Is that going to take me all the way up? Wow, just one of those will take me all the way up. And yeah, the stuff that they were talking about on that podcast, it sounds like there's some really amazing moments ahead. That was only 14 points, so I guess most of the, most of that must have been the rocket launcher before. Plasma rifle. Kids, put your points into energy weapons. Don't be me. I mean, I'm pretty good with a sniper rifle now, but I really wish I did have those points in energy weapons. Because I can't bring out the big guns. My numbers just go to pot. Sir, I resent you shooting at me. Well, this seems doable. This seems like we've got a way forward. Because if there is... I shoot him in the head. Yeah, if there's just 3 super mutants here, then there's a chance to pick up more stuff. Hopefully more rockets. Might even pop a level down here. I get the feeling though. I get the feeling that level 2 is where we want to be because of that, just that huge gathering of super mutants. Partially off screen. A little bit Shakespearean there. So how's your week been, Short Raver? What have you been up to? What you been playing? Oh, you Resident Evil 7. We talked about this because I think you popped in on one of the Dead Cell streams. Are you playing anything at the moment, Zevensoft? Or are you Like, do you find it difficult at the moment to find time for games? Rocket launcher? Alright, let's pick this up temporarily. That's what I'm talking about. Explosive rockets. Alright. I haven't finished 4. Oh, okay. Train Sim World. Tell me more. Like, who was that made by? Let's drop you. Does Yakuza 0 have a dating sim in it? Because while I was messing around with Twitch this week, I swear I saw someone playing and it looked like it had a dating sim in it. It's a full sim. You got out of the driver's seat at the next stop and left the train. So you just left that train running. Who's that made by? Because, Orin in Brisbane, although that was more like a train collection thing, which I guess is a different phenomenon. But yeah, there's a few companies that have kind of made interesting. Go for a walk around the German countryside. I believe they refer to that as the, oh god, I'm gonna blank on the name now. I've miffed the joke at the 5-yard line. Snowpiercer. The Snowpiercer Gambit. Get out and take a walk. Da-da-da-da. Got there eventually. They all have dating sims. Now, this had like, yeah, Short Raver, when I say dating sim, like, it was like full motion video. Like, super creepy, or it looked like full motion video of like super creepy Japanese, dating sim. Nothing in the cupboard. Laufenplatz. Yeah, no, I was making a dumb joke about a good film. A divisive film. People either love or hate Snowpiercer. I think we should probably sneak through here. Just on the off chance it's going to make a difference. Oh wow, that sounds amazing. That sounds like, I was talking with, that sounds like it's got a similar appeal to some of like the really accurate like long haul truck driving sims. Wait, what? I was hit. For what? Oh, goddamn, the floor is lava. Well, that's no fun. Who thought that would be fun? Alright. Let's pop a plasma grenade in here. Let's equip those as well. Use famous adult stars in a minigame. Oh, Japan. Japan, Japan, Japan. Euro Truck Sim 2. Yeah, that sounds like kind of similar there, yeah. Very hard for different reasons. Thank you very much, Short Raver. I'll have you know that is a sniper rifle, and it has done me very, very well. Is there anywhere I can get to over here? Yeah, there is. There are places to go. Alright, folks. Regular floor service will resume shortly. We're just going to keep walking over this floor as lava section. Has arcade... Oh, okay, arcade options for the controls. Well, that seems like it would be a good thing for... It would be a good thing to let different... You know, basically... different markets enjoy it. Because it seems like, from the people I talk to who enjoy it, it seems like it's a really zen experience. Unlike walking over this goddamn floor. I tried turning hacking computers on the first level. They would not have... Seriously? The floor is going to kill me. Congratulations, Short Raver, for reaching the rank of aspirant as well. Your service has been rewarded. Oh wow, that sounds full on. Is it detailed to the point that you enjoy it, or does it become a little like too much with that level of detail? Oh, okay. Wait, I should have been reading this. You sense that there is a trap near. It's been telling me. How many times has it told me that? Folks, read your chat messages. And yeah, going back to one of your points from earlier, Short Raver. Going back to one of your points from earlier, there's an it seems like there's a really interesting tension in the Fallout series between, I'm going to traps at 26%. There's no way I'm going to disarm that. I sense that there is a trap near. Can I walk around it? No. The short answer would be no. Yeah, it seems like there's a really interesting tension in Fallout between the quality of like writing on the main quests, which are not universally well received, I guess would be a good way of putting it. And like you say, like side quest material. There's a really interesting, it seems like there's a really interesting difference in reception between Fallout 3 and New Vegas as well. VR mode, yeah, that would be cool for the truck driving sim. That seems like that would be really zen. Does it have like weather effects? The elevator is out of order. Don't know. We don't like that. Let's repair it. Can we repair it? Cannot repair that. All right. Okay, folks. Level 3. I'm reporting is a bust. Because there's an elevator that's out of order. And until I get those force fields down, which I have tried. I've tried and failed to do before. I think that's, yeah, that's everywhere we can go down here. No. Because that is off guard. Oh, I should say off limits. And yeah, I tried hacking the floor controls on level 1, and the computer did not want to have anything to do with me. Ah, see, that sounds awesome. It's funny, like long haul truck driving is one of those things that like it seems like from people who do it is just like incredibly like physically demanding and monotonous. My closest I can come to like a comparison, and it's a poor one, is having driven like interstate, like Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and trying to do that like in as little time as possible. But that's nothing compared to doing it for a week. So yeah, like it doesn't sound like it's a physically demanding job, but super zen as a video game experience. Forza Horizon 3. Oh, cool. Is Forza Horizon 3, is that made by an Australian team, or am I thinking of a different racing franchise? Alright, so what did we get out of that? We got 3 explosive rockets. So we can go back and have a chat to those guys. Hey guys. Set in Australia. Oh, I see, but not made by an Australian team. My bad. A fake Australia. A video game Australia. Alright, back up to level 2. I think I'm going to save the game once I get through this door. Actually, I'm going to save the game here in case this door kills me. Save game. Rocket time. Congratulations, Evansoft, for reaching the rank of Squire. Where the Great Ocean Road is on the east coast and next to Byron Bay. Ah, so they've done that thing where they're like, let's squish together all of the landmarks of a place that is memorable. Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. Here are all the things that you want to see and know about, so we'll just make them adjacent. Gotta love those super stim packs. Super stim packs. Alright. I'm gonna load up on combat drugs too, and then I'm gonna save the game. 50 damage resistance. You gain like a lot of stuff. Alright. Hopped up on drugs now. Saw some people online today talking about Cyberpunk 2020, Cyberpunk 2077 as opposed to 2077. I think Cyberpunk 2020 is like a game about like how good your eyesight is. Look at time and they were saying that because in the 45-minute gameplay video that's been released, it may not be classified in Australia because drugs, surprise surprise, in a Cyberpunk game, are used for positive effect. A few minutes out from surfers. Nice. Oh wow. It's probably like every dodgy Australian film too. Although I suppose no. You'd have to go deep cuts in the 80s to get that. Stuff like if any of you remember, there was a film with James Mumbly Rain. Actually, no, it was David. It was his brother, called Shark's Paradise, which is just the best thing ever. It's like a low-budget Australian attempt at doing like a Miami Vice, but not quite just that. What am I going to do? Well, I've got 3 rockets, so let's open up the conversation. Yeah, you just go over there and let's see what they go. Yeah, I haven't sat down and watched it yet either, I've got to confess, because, like, it's 45 minutes. And the game's a ways off. But it seems like that's going to be an interesting game. Like, CD Projekt Red. Like, we were talking before when Illyrius was in chat about Witcher 3. Witcher 3... Can I withstand this? Good lord. You people! What have I ever done to you except for come into your facility and kill everyone and dismember them? It is no grounds, sir. That is no grounds for doing the same to me. Yeah, CD Projekt Red just have this knack for creating what feel like really alive, vibrant spaces like no other studio. Yeah, in the case of We Happy Few, though, you're gonna go Tropic Thunder on me. What do you mean, you people? 76%. I think, sir, you at the front are gonna take it and spread the love to your friends. Ooh. There's no audio on that one. That was disturbing. Less sigh. There's another death. Yeah, We Happy Few though.
Even the carrion eaters.
Too late for heals, sadly. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, We Happy Few I think got passed in some ways because it's a bit of a, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the drugs are used for a positive gameplay effect in that game, or am I wrong? Like, I thought that was the... Yes, literal meat shield. I got gibbed. I got gibbed so badly. I got gibbed like Debbie Gibson. That's... I got nothing. That was terrible. Debbie Gibb, son of Gibbs. Okay, here's plan B. Here's plan B. Can I interest any of you gentlemen in... Because here's the thing, like, I just cannot... Oh, wow, plan B was effective. Good lord. Alright. Here's the rest of plan B. Walk behind cover. It's break line of sight. Because I cannot withstand them standing there and going, I'll shoot you one by one. Use it as a stealth style mechanic. Oh, okay. So you stealth in the sense of you suddenly look like you're one of the compliant people again. All right. I reckon we're gonna pop out. We're gonna pop out and see what happens.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, it's just one guy. Oh. I'll take what I can get. Which is apparently missing. Because if I can even cut this group in half, like that gives me a substantially higher chance of surviving. Alright. Here we go, folks. Because I've talked about this a little bit before, but I've come to really relish, and it's thanks to a friend sort of showing me a different way of thinking about things, but I've really come to relish when games get hard, because it means that there's some, as long as the game is well designed, it means that there is some part of the overall, now I won't save scum this, because we don't want to spend the entire night on this fight, so I'm just going to, this is now how far forward we get. 2 kills and 2 rockets spent. Because I get the feeling there's some interesting things ahead. And it's not going to count that as the end of the combat until everyone's dead too. Which means no XP for Kevin. Yeah, as long as a game is well designed, like when I hit a wall, it typically means that there's just something that I'm not doing, something I'm not engaging with. Yeah, that's a good balance. That's a good balance, Evansoft. Like a game that's hard but is flexible. Oh, now I laugh less. Alright, they're going to keep shooting at me. So I'm going to pop back behind there. Yeah, I'd say a game that's hard but flexible is good. I think sometimes, as a player, like... I guess it depends on what you mean by... like, what you want to do. Because sometimes we can want to play a game a certain way, but the game just doesn't support that style of play, and I think in those cases, like, it can be fair for a game just to be brutally hard to you. But as long as you engage with the systems of the game, and you look at all of the options that you have, the vocabulary. I am healing. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, as long as you engage with the vocabulary of what the designers have given you, the full vocabulary of stuff, and if it's still hard, then I think, yeah, that's a bit unfair. Alright, buddy. Let's come on up. Yeah, like if we say what you want to do, like in this case, if I say what I want to do is I want to get past these super mutants, and if that's impossible to do, yeah, that's no fun. But if I can't get past because I'm not thinking about it and I'm not trying different approaches, then that's on me. Alright, I'm gonna give this gent one more round. Hey, man. Yes, bunch up, please. Oh, I love you both so much. Yeah, let's do that. It's not bad. I think... Oh, and that's just a minigun, so it should be good. Who is stupid enough to anger us? Debbie Giblets. See, that's what I should have said. The wit of the descending staircase. I'm out of rockets too. I have like none rockets. That is a sad day. Alright, it's time to switch to sniper rifle. That's okay though, because we're just fighting a gentleman with a minigun. Sort of exploiting the design to favor the outcome. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it exploiting. I'm also doing smart small squad tactics, which is use cover as much as possible. Like, don't charge into the middle of the enemy. Draw them out. It's part of why I'm really keen to get back to playing through XCOM. But I gotta find a way of making content that's less time intensive, because streaming is just super. It's a no-brainer in terms of the time investment compared to making videos from scratch. But I was reading through the US military guide to guerrilla warfare, which is really interesting stuff. I get a bless RNG. Thank you. May it serve me well. Hey, where are you going, buddy? You're walking straight past me. Don't do that. 28 points. See, Short Raver? See? It may be a small gun, but it packs a big punch. Alright, I'm just going to keep walking over here then. If you're going to walk past me. Yeah. I mean, it's apart from the fact that it seems like that gentleman's AI is now balked. I mean, the tactics that are available in combat they feel pretty flexible. I mean, I think the thing I would definitely say I don't understand how they work either, apart from the fact that you can select them. That's about the limit of my understanding. And there it is, folks. Boink. Oh, and there's my level. Thank you. No perk. Alright, let's bump up the sadly limited energy weapons. Let's get those numbers up. 50%, big guns, 60%. What do we got? 2 more points. Speech, science, repair. Does everyone have the same emojis? Yes and no. Because if, let's say for example, if I'm an affiliate or a partner, then I can have custom emojis. I think it's at the partner level for that. Otherwise, I believe, yes, you've got access to the same emojis. Like once you get to a certain level of like famousness on Twitter, then you get your own custom emoji, which gets distributed. Because you'd know better than me that the emoji that you've just popped on there is Bradley Jolly, who is one of the community managers for Melbourne. 2 skill points. Oh, I'm just going to pop that in energy weapons, even though it was nice having a nice even number. Oh yeah, you've got to pick Bloody Mess. It's so good. I like the balance. I really do like the balance with the perks too. I like how there's an upside and a downside for everything. Alright, folks. Give me the rockets. What is that? A Gatling laser. Oh! Gatling laser. Yeah, he's pretty big on Twitch. Like he and Nina Nikolic, yeah, I did pronounce that incorrectly, who is Kid Kerrigan on Twitter. They've both put a lot of time and energy into building up what they do here. It's like it's their thing individually, so respect the hell out of them for it. Diyoshi, thank you very much. That's absolutely correct. Flamethrower fuel. Now there was someone last stream who was using a flamethrower, and that thing was just murdering me. I wonder if it's almost worth considering getting it, but I'm going to stick with the rocket because, kids, Put your points in strength. Like, really put your points in strength. Oh, hello. Hey, man. What are you doing here? Was New Game Plus? What was that? Am I remembering correctly that it might have been a community TV show? Or am I way off based on that? What are you? You're a super mutant sentry. Sentries we do not like. So I think it might be time to use a rocket. Because I can't see what weapon that gentleman's using either. I'm just going to keep saving here. Not to save scum, but because I don't want to have to walk. I don't want to have to go backwards. I don't want to waste your time as viewers. Because I think we're getting to some really exciting stuff here. Which, incidentally, might look a lot like me missing. Alright, you get one rocket. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, back to the sniper rifle. I'm not going to waste the other 2 rockets. Diyoshi did not favor me. I was not blessed with that shot. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Nice. I might have been premature in deciding not to use a rocket on him because this is going to hurt now. 2 shots. Sir? Sir? Whew. Alright, let's heal and get the rocket launcher back out. I protest in the strongest possible sense, sir. Oh, okay. Was Lauren Halstead on that as well? Or am I thinking of something completely different? Ah, I still have 6 AP points, sir. Oh, but it's not loaded because I didn't load it because I'm a muppet. Alright, let's break line of sight. Let's make him walk around. Yeah, come on around. Just walk around here. Is he going to get back up from that? What's the outcome? Was hit for 38 points. A palpable blow. We're just going to trade rockets at 2 paces. No, that's cool. I was just curious. I was largely using you as my source of information. I was being lazy. So what's the best thing that happened to you this week? Let me know. In the last 5 days, what's happened that's been good? Yeah, I know Lauren does a lot of, she does a lot of trivia now. And I think she, yeah, no, that's about it as much as I know. Footlockers. What is in footlockers? We investigate tonight. Stimpack, I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that. Give me a second on that one. Funny story, actually. I wanted to put a like a Deckard Cain character on my demo reel, and I got some advice from Crispin Freeman, also known as Winston, the very awesome Winston in Overwatch, because he does private coaching. He's amazing. And he kind of slapped me on the wrist for it, going, no, don't, do not. And he was talking about how, like, everyone who goes into Blizzard to record, like, wants to do, like, a stay a while and listen. and they're sick of it. Like Blizzard are sick of it. It's like a gag that everyone wants to do, because that voice is just, it's so distinctive. So yeah, I love Deckard Cain. The Heraldric Cube is somewhere in this. Although now for me it goes, because I love Jonathan Pryce is right. I just spoiled my gag. I love Jonathan Pryce, and Jonathan Pryce he's very similar. Jonathan Pryce, who played the High Sparrow in Game of Thrones, because he has that crackly sound in his voice. He also, speaking of Jonathan Pryce, he's in Taboo at the moment, which is an amazing show. I can't recommend it enough. It's about the East India Trading Company. Yes! There we go. What's your most impressive impression? Oh, look, that's a tough one, because especially like when I'm on stream, there's kind of a rule of thumb around like not doing sort of things on demand. Like I love impressions are mostly goofing off for me. Like I love goofing off and doing Keanu Reeves, and I love goofing off and doing Christopher Walken, but I've never sat and studied a particular voice to get like complete accuracy, that complete like one for one. And there are ways you can go about doing it. I will take that fusion grenade, thank you. There are ways you can do it. I'm gonna blank on her name, but one of the voice actress who did most of the female voices in South Park for a very long time, Eliza Jane, and that's all I'm gonna get. But yeah, she has a technique that she trains people with. But yeah, I just kind of, I do it for fun. And there is the really interesting thing you can do with accents, and I can't remember who I stole this off. But you can start with a bad impression as a basis for a character. Like you can start with something that comes from a particular thing. Say for example, like with Christopher Walken, the two things that's more a question than a request. Okay, gotcha. That's just me being super cautious. Yeah, I'd find it hard to say like what's the most impressive. Like I can tell you what I enjoy doing the most, but I don't know like what people find accurate. Yeah, either Walken or Reeves, like they're fun. I still think Jonathan Pryce should have a game show where people guess how much he got paid to play certain roles, and it should be called The Price is Right. How much did I get paid to play the High Sparrow in one season of Game of Thrones? The one I get the best reaction to. Door is locked. Why is the door locked? You're not able to pick the lock. I annoy friends a lot with Christopher Walken. I don't know if that counts. Oh man, Matt Berry is amazing. I made the mistake of mainlining. I've got a pass key. Why won't you let me in? I made the mistake of mainlining, and you're right. Like that's the thing. That there's a short shift. There's actually a really amazing sketch which is put together by the gentleman who played Obi-Wan in Clone Wars, and I'm blanking on his name at the moment because the minute I've got to carry a conversation, the first thing that goes out the side of my head is names. But he does this amazing bit where he siegs from like voice to voice to voice to voice through subtle gradations. But I don't know if I can dial into it Oh, see, I'm a fan of the rare walking. Like, if you listen to because with walking, the interesting thing is, and I like, if you're asking me this, like, you know, you've heard it before. People always play off the vocal tics, the lift in and the break in cadence, because those are the things that are distinctive. But he doesn't do them as much as everyone thinks. Like that, it makes a good gag, and I guess like that's what the impression is in service of. But yeah, he doesn't do it that often. I like doing the rare walking. The thing at the moment I'm working through though, and I think the movie is called Pool Hall Kings. There's this amazing monologue about the lion. Yeah, that's a good one. Is that the one with him and I can't remember who the other actor is. But there's actually like there's two versions. One is actually just piss taking, where it's an actor playing Walken, and there's actually like one where Christopher Walken and another actor, they make like lunch, which is amazing. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. But yeah, the thing I'm working on at the moment that is difficult to get is he's got this brilliant like low gravelly almost growl that he gets into when he's angry. Like it's another inflection that it doesn't show up in the mix as much. So he'll be talking to a person and then it just really just get down there. And it's like that's the thing I think that people react to when they see him on film, which is amazing. And that Pool Hall King sketch, like that has that in there, and it's just gorgeous. He's a lot of fun in Man on Fire as well. Like he's got a really interesting role. Man on Fire is an ugly film. Kind of takes the whole revenge shtick a little too far for my liking. But he's great in it. Okay, kids, we've got to figure out where we're going to go now. Because we've dispatched all of these mutants down here in the base. We've got a level, but I think we're going to have to go back up to level 1 and see what's happening. I suspect there's something I've missed up there, because I can't unlock that door. My security pass... An electronic security key, color-coded yellow. I'm going to feel so silly if I can use that to get through these yellow doors. See, this is the only time where... This is the only time where the game can sometimes get a little obtuse. Oh yeah, absolutely. Christopher Walken's up there. He's up there like for me with like Pacino, and he's someone who, like a lot of the time, like people would trot him out in a film to go, hey, just do this goofy thing, and he can play big and goofy, but he can also play small detail, fine detail so well. Pacino and De Niro in Heat is an amazing example of that. Like Pacino is a guy who, there are films like Devil's Advocate. I love that film, but it's kind of a guilty pleasure, and it feels like a film where people were like, look, Al, just do your thing, because in the climax of that film, like he goes so big, and it's fun. Like that monologue is amazing. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. It's amazing stuff, but like he can work in such fine detail. Alright, this is the same stuff that was happening. I don't think I can use these computers because they're not telling me that they're a particular thing. They're just generic computers. Idris Elba. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's amazing. I've got to go back and watch through The Wire to see some of his early stuff. But yeah, he's amazing. serious kudos to him for paying his dues with the Dark Tower film too. It was so sad that it didn't turn out better. See a force field emitter. Alright, can I use? Does nothing. So I can't use my pass key with the emitter. Because I'm pretty sure I tried that before as well. Horribly damaged emitter field. And I can't get through there. Like, it won't let me just walk through. Oh, okay. I've got to confess, I didn't watch it. So you've got one up on me, and maybe I'm just bagging a film that I haven't seen, but I saw reviews and I thought, I don't need to see that. This is a challenging film to adapt, to be fair. How are we going? Man, we're already an hour in. Hour plus. Time flies. Alright, let's go back up to level 1 and see what we've missed in here. There's something I'm missing. I'm just going to save here as well. Par for any Stephen King movie. Well, now we actually have, I don't know if you saw it, if horror's your bag, but we actually have a really good adaptation of it. Like, the film for that was amazing. I've got a soft spot for the old series, but the old series was, like, you could feel it bumping right up against its budget constraints. But the new film was amazing. I get your point, though. Better than Dreamcatcher. That is a low bar. Better than Dreamcatcher. It seems like Under the Dome had its share of detractors as well. So yeah, I get what you mean. Like, he's had a mixed past. Force field emitter. And I'm pretty sure I can't... Yeah, security key does nothing. Can I science it? Just watched a 10 Stephen King adaptations that should be remade list. Oh, interesting. The alien is evil in Dreamcatcher because he's British. That's, yeah. You know, it's funny, actually. Like, I know that America has its problems with imperialism. I mean, Australia's got its problems as well. But after, like, the more I read of English history, the more that whole English accents as evil villains thing seems justified. Alright, fam. I'm missing something here. I'm missing something for sure. So this is level 1. This is the first level. There is the occasional terminal, but the terminals don't seem to have anything to do with... Mark for computer. See your computer. This looks like a robot control terminal. Okay, so it will tell me what they're for. Alright, let's just go back. Let's just go back and see what's... Like, I get that American cinema comes by that by way of the War of Independence. Oh. Nightkin Sergeant. I'm not sure I really want to fight this gentleman because he was nasty before. No. I don't really need to be involved in that fight. Thank you. We'll go back inside. So the question is, what am I missing? Are there any computer terminals that I can get access to? Well, it looks like maybe... Oh, that's another force field over there, though. What are they? We can at least go check them out. There's a bank of computers over there. Maybe that holds some hope for me. Nice. That's a good line. I've never seen Thumb Wars, to my shame. That's the same guy who did the Kung Fu film, isn't it? I'm trying to remember its name. Alright, what's going on down here? Okay, so I haven't been down here. And what have we got? We've got computers of some sort. Yeah, Kung Pao into the fist, thank you. Good dumb fun, that film. Gain 11 hit points. Alright, let's pop another one. How are we going for ammo? We have no rockets. That's a shame. The Blair. Oh man. The Blair Thumb Project sounds amazing. Oh yeah, I remember seeing the classic Blair Witch moment of that in the promos for it. Alright folks, let's see if down in here in this bank of 4 computers guarded by one gentleman with a rocket launcher, there is hope for us. I think this is going to need to be a grenade job. Otherwise, it's going to hurt very badly. I don't think I can throw it through there. So let's pop through to the other side. Wow, sir, you are really oblivious. No, missed. Alright. Alrighty-o. Oh, blown through to the other side. Ow. And there is another one.
Not even the carrion eaters are interested in your radiated corpse.
Alright, there's another death. But. I think we might have found a path forward. Do I want to load that? Did I load the wrong game? Just like that. So we're back on the other level here, and there wasn't anything for us. No, wait, what? Where? Who? Why? There is. Yeah, this is the right level. Gotta go back through and around. That sounds awesome. Where's his TV show available? Or where was it? Where was it originally? Was it on like cable or? So one plasma grenade left. So I think my best luck with this sentry is going to be if I can just land that throw of the grenade. Yes, I am indeed Short Raver. I picked up my Stream Deck finally, so I've started experimenting with it, and already it's making life a little bit simpler. I'm still getting the hang of things in general on Twitch, but yeah, the Stream Deck just makes life a little bit easier. Hey, man. See if I can sneak through there. Oh, I see. There's a little bit of Metal Gear Solid going on there. Alright, let's pop the sneak back on. Thank you very much. Look, I would say yes. Because I don't have a second PC for streaming, so I've got one computer that I do most of my stuff through, so I've found already that there are things that it makes life easier for. There's a few things it can't do primarily around placing markers, but I mean, that's a pretty small thing. So yeah, I'd say yeah, absolutely. You see, computer. All right, so, and I think it was in one of the earlier streams that someone pointed out that okay, the one that says computer means I can actually do something with it. And yes, I can sneak in power armor. I'm just that good. Sir, can I interest you in a grenade, sir? Apparently not. Alright. There's going to be some hard yards. Alright. I'm just going to walk straight up to... Well, that's what I can do. I can walk straight up to the super mutant and they'll still... Ow!
Your bones are scraped clean by the desolate wind. Your vault will now surely die, as you have.
Jesus Granada. Yeah. Alright. I reckon I'm gonna have to try and snipe that gentleman from a distance. And we'll save the game this time too. Because, man, every time, and it seems like every time I engage too, he gets 2 shots. It feels like the game really wants to... It feels like the game really wants to give that person an advantage. I suspect it might have something to do with the computers. So the other thing I might even try is I might try sneaking over to the computer before I shoot at him. The holy hand grenade. Yeah, Robot Controller is locked up, I thought. See, it's got like a yellow... It's got a yellow door on either side, and I still haven't figured out how to get to those. I think I've got to find a computer terminal that's going to let me control the force fields first. I could be wrong. Plus, I've destroyed all the robots. So that's of limited use to me, unless it's going to make new robots. Which it might. You never know. No, thank you for pointing it out. I really appreciate it. And sharp eyes, too. You're watching. Yeah, he made some kind of hand signal. I think it was, we were supposed to go through the door, but we had no idea, because he's... Oh, no! Fallout really died. Alright, bear with me for a quick sec. I think Fallout's just killed itself? Yeah, it has. To be fair, it's a pretty robust game. It's only ever done that twice in the time that I've been playing. Alrighty. Yeah. Doesn't happen often, but it's happened twice over the whole stream. I mean, given the age of the game, I can forgive it having a few senior moments. I can only imagine, like, from a programming point of view, like, what the gaff tape looks like that keeps it running on... Like, now I'm running on a Windows 10. That was the only downside, incidentally, short raver, of picking up the... Stream Deck is the word I'm looking for. It forced me to upgrade up to Windows 10. Which I needed to do at some point anyway, because there's a bunch of different apps that eventually, like, you know, or hardware that's only supported on Windows 10. Yeah. I'm running the version off Steam, where it's making life easy for me. Oh look, I've racked up. Because what are we now? Math being an important skill. I've racked up over like 20, 25 hours of play, and it's only crashed twice. So it's pretty good. Like I've played modern games that have crashed more frequently than that. So it's not a pervasive problem. Just the odds weren't in our favor. Hey son, thank you for joining us. Could run the game in a VM on Windows 8? I could probably do that on... Oh no, I don't have Windows 10 Professional. I could. What would I get by running it in a VM though? I am confused. Tell me more. What would that get me? Alright, now we're over here. I'm gonna save. Yeah, I could use VirtualBox. I could use VirtualBox to run it in a VM, but again, I'm confused. Like, what would running Fallout in a VM get me? Are you saying, like, run it in, like, a Windows 95 VirtualBox VM? Yeah, I don't know that it would make that huge a difference, to be honest. Because VirtualBox is pretty good with its virtualization. Like I use that a fair bit, or I did use that a fair bit for work before we moved over to using Docker, like all the cool kids do. But yeah, it seems like once you're going through like VirtualBox's layers of abstraction, you're still kind of back at that point of something may go horribly wrong. Yeah, how's your week been, son? You're 10 days and counting now to when your visitor comes, aren't you? Alright, let's see if we can sneak over to this computer. I want to see what it's going to do for me. Doing a bit of Metal Gear Solid here, because that guy's got the back pointed to me, so I can use the computer. Oh, come on. Don't. Don't toy with my affections. Field control computer. You think all the folders are protected, but you haven't completed your search. I think I've tried this before. But you haven't completed your search. Alright. Do 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 do. Windows 98 runs like crap in a VM. Yeah, how would you... That would be a huge challenge, because you wouldn't be able to, presumably, you wouldn't be able to download drivers from the internet. Oh, to answer your question as well, son, in my case, my week has been awesome. I've been batting my head against Anatomy of Story, which has been challenging. Does nothing. Oh, I've got 75 science. You seriously telling me you're not going to let me use the computer with 75 science? Cannot deactivate the field control computer. All the controls are locked and encrypted. The only folder not protected is the recreational games folder. Is repair going to work on it? Yeah, I'm getting that feeling. I'm getting that feeling, because with a science of 75, I should be able to do something. My past doesn't do anything. Although there's only two other computers there. All right, let's save, and then let's rumble. Let's rumble. Because I'm so confused. Because I don't think I can do anything about that. Oh. There you go, you just get one this time. Alright. Yes! Yes! Pentium 4 with 2GB SD RAM. Alright, 300 XP. What do you got, sir? Good lord! Just a few rockets. Alright, so hopefully these computers over here... No, they're just generic computers. Alright, what have I got? Sophia gave me, which I've already looked at. Strange marking. See tape. I've already used that, because that's my code to get in the building. Add an impasse. Mac 4 computer, Mac 4 computer, you see computer. Because the field control computer is going to be the thing that's going to let me get elsewhere. So there's got to be some way. There's got to be some way of using it. Yeah, how do you go about sourcing drivers? That seems like it would be a huge challenge. What are our options? Try and science it again? There's got to be a way forward that I'm missing, because there would have to be a way through the facility. There has to be a way through the base for people who don't have science, because it wouldn't assume that you've got science. So there's something I'm missing here. I'm fairly sure I've been everywhere I can be on this level in terms of the layout. Which is level 1. Yeah, look, I'm seriously considering trying to blow it up. I don't think that will be the solution, but... No, it's not a target. Can't hit it. Well, to be fair, also the British solution. Oh, I see you don't want to sell opium in your country because it's a terribly destructive drug. Well, how about we just bomb? Just like bomb everything. Just like bomb the absolute shit out of you. Yeah, no, we can't use force. Can't use force on the computer. Alrighty-o, I'm missing something. Because that security pass has to be good for something as well. Right there. Terminal. And I can't, I've tried using it at the terminals before, so there's something I'm missing. I really hope it's not that I have to have something off the, Didn't the British set up opium tents? Oh, Jesus, they did worse than that. Like, they sailed their navy up and down the coast of China, and the Nemesis like went up into the rivers just to like bomb, just to literally bomb like port cities until the Chinese said, okay, we'll let opium in the country. So yeah, like not just opium tents, far worse than that. There's a really interesting book that goes into that because, funnily enough, the East India Trading Company were heavily involved in it, at least with this particular version of history, called The Corporation That Changed the World. And yeah, man, the scope of what the intersection of the corporation and the state did is just terrifying. You gain 800 experience points for your unusual hacking procedures. Blackjack. Break. Sneak into the main system. Okay. Goody. Goody, goody, goody. I would now like to... Okay, I'm probably going to science it now to use it. But haven't broken them yet. Okay. Science. Do some more science. So I just had to use the thing for a while. You gonna work now? No? Wait, no, they're still up. Now I'm not really sure what you're doing. Ian and Dogmeat went to bad ends. Bless their hearts. So did Katja. If you're talking about in this playthrough, my companion survivability rate is not great. All right. Does nothing. Can I? No, I can't use that now. I wonder if those terminals will work now. No? Alright, so let's have a look at the last message it gave me. Subsystem protecting it. You spend some time working on it, but haven't broken them yet. So that to me, just that message seems to say, keep doing the thing that you were doing. You spend some time working on it, but haven't broken them yet. I made the mistake of watching Toast of London, which is an amazing Matt Berry comedy. I made the mistake of watching that like back to back to back, and for the next month I was doing really bad Stephen Toast impressions to everyone. Yeah, but the hacking is just using it, and that's not it's not giving me any kind of feedback from doing that now. So I think I might just I'll keep trying to science it. So that's the problem. It's not giving me any response to any of my interactions, which makes me think that it's kind of lost what I'm doing. Yeah, is that what you were asking before, Short Raver? Like whether basically Ian and Dogmeat are still with us? Because the answer sadly is no. Oh, is he? Does he play a major role? So confused. It feels like I've done what I can on this computer, because it's just not giving me any feedback here now. Oh, okay. So Matt Berry's he's a B-roll character in Disenchantment. Oh, that's a shame. Like he could have, like if he'd had a major role, that could have actually made me watch that show. I've heard mixed things. How do you find it? How are you finding Disenchantment? Does nothing. Oh, I meant like, are you enjoying it? My bad. Hardly damaged emitter field. Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I see a wall. Stripe. Oh, you must mean that. Hang on, stripe. Force field emitter. Oh, okay. Thought for a minute it was like credit card stripe. Sad face. Does nothing. Still mystified. Alright. Is the solution to the terminals obscure, Short Raver? I'm curious now. I vaguely remember, I think it might have even been you, son. No, it was Evensoft who said that there was a part later on in the game that they couldn't get through without reading a guide. I wonder if that's what we're at now. Accidentally makes a horse that laughs. Alright. Okay. Do you want to whisper the solution to me, Short Raver? Because I don't think I'm going to get past this. Like, if this is obtuse, I don't think I'm going to get it while I'm on stream. And I think I'm going to stall. So yeah, I would love to know. Because I'm at my wit's end. Well, not at my wit's end, but the next thing that happens is like hours of me experimenting over and over and over again. Which doesn't make very exciting. Doesn't make very exciting viewing. The solution is to build more pylons. You must construct additional pylons. So yeah, Short Raver, if you wouldn't mind whispering that solution to me, that would be fantastic, because I'm going to be at a loss here. Especially if this is the thing that Even Prime was warning me is just obtuse. What? All right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just saw it. Repair the emitters. Alright. Really? Why would I do that? The emitter too damaged to repair. Oh wait, you mean repair? No, the writing on the tape is what got me into the facility, so yeah, it is relevant, but that code's already seen its use. Can't repair that. Force field emitter? Alright. I never would have guessed that. Not in quite some time. That's... Because the ones that are damaged you can't repair. And why would I think to repair something that's functioning perfectly? It's only quiet static on the radio channel. That's... yeah. I'm wondering how I got that the first time around. I guess the answer was probably it was 1997. I had a lot more time on my hands. Yeah, I guess that's an example of where old games can be a little bit more obtuse. Because, yeah, that's... wow. The other solution affects all of them. Yeah, I mean, maybe... Oh, no, see, I wouldn't have even thought to... Yeah. No, I would not have gotten to there through that. Because there's nothing that would have made me think, like, repair is a... I would have gone science. You failed to do anything with the... Right. And that, to be fair, is probably me not reading the manual. for the game as well. Although... no, it's not going to let me through that one. Let's see. Let's see, folks. That must only work on certain fields. Yeah. See, again, that's like another reason why I wouldn't have gotten it. Huh. Sometimes older games can be somewhat obtuse. So now I'm wondering if the repair that I did actually matters. The hacking, rather. I wonder if that means that they're now modifiable. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it doesn't really have an impact. Alrighty-o. Exciting times. We can move forwards. So I'm guessing I can't repair this one. No, I can. Okay. Oh, okay. Bear with me for a quick sec. Sorry about the fact that my audio drops out when I do this. Now, there's only 5 minutes left in the schedule for the stream, but I'm going to go a little bit longer here because I want to get to the bottom of like what's happening here. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm going to apply the second solution given to me by Shortraver while I'm here. Thank you for Shortraver for being my external brain. Wait, what? No, that's not funny. Thank you. Okay, and even with my repair skill of 67%, I suppose that's not out of the question that there would be times when that would fail. Alright, is there any way to get in there without going through a force field that hurts me? No, there is not. Alright, let's do a thing. Exactly, E-brain. Yeah, it's and where we are at this point in the game too, like a couple of times in the past I've gotten balked by difficulty curve in the game. Oh wow, that was very temporary. But there's, like at this point, there, content-wise, like I'm at the pointy end of things, so there's not much left in terms of options to engage with other than sort of the main content. Come on, let me back in. You're gonna make me go around, aren't you? I'm gonna have to go the long way. The really long way. Alright. I'll do that. It's gonna hurt though. Yeah, I try not to cave too much, but I think yeah, it's a very realistic point that you've got there. That like at some point you've either got to cave or you've got to be super entertaining about being stumped. And I think there's only so long people want to watch you bang your head against a puzzle. Speaking of streaming, are you getting back into it soon? Like how's that going with you? Alright, I'm just going to pop a stim pack before I go through this next door. Because I'm getting low on the hit points. To be fair, I should have thought something about the other solution, because I did pick up something that I hadn't used for anything else. But I mean, it's not like it's an adventure game, to be fair. Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's try it again. Because I thought I dumped like a pretty significant percentage of my skills into tech. Alright. Great. What does that give me? Link the radio into the force field controller computer. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, I hope you managed to find a... I hope you managed to find a solution for that soon. I'd be super keen to... I'd be super keen to see you out there and streaming. Alright, so I've linked the radio. Was there something else I had? Oh, it's still... Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's sexy. Yes. That's what I want. So that's, I guess, that's the real solution. That's the thing that you should be doing. Because that, like you say, that affects everything. Oh, that's delicious. Oh. What did I hit? Kids, still pay attention to where you're walking, or you'll send yourself through a force field that you don't need to walk through. Yeah, so we're scheduled to, like, I'm scheduled to end now, but no, not ending now. Pointy end. Let's finish off this facility. So I'd love to have your company for as long as you want to hang around. I'll be around for probably about another half an hour, but I completely understand if it's getting late for you. I'm just going to operate. I'm going to see if I can fix this as well. Just in case there's additional robots around. It's not physically damaged. Alright, I'll science it. Initializing personality subsystem. Who are you? Alright, that didn't really... Let's try it again. Oh, I'm glad that there's progress forward. Takes some work to operate it. Alright. Okay, so there's something else I need to do with that. I'm not going to stress too much about that. There's something I'm missing there, but that's cool. Because I've got 11 rockets. 11. Got 11 rockets. Alright. Let's head down to Funky Town. Let's do it. Let's see what's down in level 2. Oh no, there are robots. There are robots still around. That's okay. So they're there. They've all accumulated in that space. But that space isn't... Oh, I see why, because there's a robot. Yeah, I can just go through here. I don't need to confront them. In fact, let's just double check and see if there's anything worth going through on level 2 that I haven't been to. Because that door is locked. That door is not going to be unlocked thanks to what I've done here. The door is locked. Yeah. I'm not going to get access to that any more than I have already. So I think level 2 might be a case of skipsies. Because I don't think there's anything else here. I don't think there's anything else here that's really worth looking at. Alright, down to level 3. Let's avoid that fight. A little bit of the old Bruce Lee art of fighting without fighting there. It's the best moment in Enter the Dragon. Get a guy on a boat. Get a guy in a little dinghy. And just wave goodbye to him. Yeah, what's in your queue for streaming, Short Raver? What are you looking at, like, what are you keen to play? Alright. So this has... So that elevator is out of repair. But there's a whole set of... There's a whole set of stuff happening down there that we couldn't get to before. Which is a different elevator. Alright, there we go. I think that's our ticket forward. Hi 209 Watt, thank you for joining us. Alright. I'll totally take the Edward Norton, although I've got a bit too much hair for it at the moment. I will totally take that. Nice, Resident Evil Marathon. Oh, hello, sir. Oh. I get the feeling if I go to the lieutenant with him, I'm not going to get to keep my weapons. Alright, say never. Oh, you've only got an NG weapon. I made the right choice. Also, sir, I have lots of rockets. Fallout 76, nice. What platform are you planning on playing on? See, I'm super keen to see what happens, like, dialogue-wise if I went along to the lieutenant, but the last time I did that in a game, they took all my stuff. So Flip, I'm sorry to say, that's how things end for you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into Fallout 76 and seeing about streaming that too. What platform are you going to be playing on? I'm curious. Maybe we could do a thing. Alright, I'm going to save at this point, because there are interesting things afoot. So 209 Watt, we are just at the pointy end of the facility. I think we're about to run into the lieutenant. About to run into Lo. Hey Lo, How you doing? No line of fire on you. Quick. Oh, okay. Have you played other parts of the Fallout series, 2 and 9? New Vegas, nice. A game with a good pedigree. There's a lot of people speak really well of that. I understand what you mean. Like Fallout 2 goes to some strange places. From the little I remember of it. What have you got? Laser. Flip. Do you have... No, Flip has nothing. Okay. Yeah, we ran into an example of that with a puzzle. What was it? Can you put your finger on what it was with Fallout 4 that sort of bounced you off it? Because I found that, like, I only played a little bit. I kind of bounced off it early, but I found that its systems were really engaging and its companions were really good. Yeah, it's pretty dense. And it goes back to who was it who made the point about Fallout 3 earlier in stream? That Fallout 3's main quest line is a bit... I think it might have been you, Short Raver, you were saying how Fallout 3's main quest line was a bit... But the side quests were really interesting. It seems like Fallout 4 has a similar thing going. Oh, okay. So now we're starting to wind back to things that I've been through before, because I've met this woman last time. Because I accidentally, way back at the Necropolis, this was a few weeks ago, I decided to go with a super mutant, one of the Harry, Larry, Gary, Barry mob, and go meet Lou. It did not end well, but I did get some interesting audio entries out of it, audio diary entries. But that's kind of... Timelines are all messed up because I died horribly in that game. Oh, that's interesting. And see, now I don't have any option to comfort her other than say, tough luck. That's really interesting, because it's actually the base building mechanics that have got me really excited about Fallout 76. And that's one of the things that I spent probably the most amount of time with in Fallout 4. But I can see how it's not everyone's thing. Alright, folks. Pointy end. Oh, wait. Not gonna let me save. Alright, let's just pop out of there for a sec. I save the game again. Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of game, and I can understand why it wouldn't be everyone's kettle of fish. In terms of the FPS with a free roaming map. Yeah. I will say there is one thing that I really did enjoy with Fallout 4's design, because I'd kind of gotten exhausted with the whole Ubisoft like map full of icons model before I started playing it. And I love the fact that with Fallout 4 you kind of have to discover everything that's happening. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it. I'm hoping to play through sort of the classic series as part of... Good lord. This does not end well for me. This makes me wish I'd been able to actually manage that robot control console. Hey guys. I'll just... What do we do? 86%. I like those numbers. It's a Mr. Handy. Let's just go... Let's just break line of sight. Human weapons cannot harm me. I think we've seen evidence to the contrary, gents. Oh, that Mr. Handy's going to be brutal. Do I have a line of sight on you there? No. How about here? 81% versus nothing. Alright, I'll take that. Oh, okay. Mr. Handy's not going to be as much of a problem as I thought then. Yeah, that's true. That's really true, Short Raver. The idea that you as a squad, almost like a family, can do different things. And different people can focus on different things. Nice. Relevant. That's terrible. I just went into like Ricky Gervais mode. Rude. Bit rude. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that it holds up. I was toying with the idea of seeing it like Mile 22 and that are out at the moment, and it just looks like a lot more fun. Now you crush me. No, now I'm gonna shoot you both. But yeah, I'm glad. Did you watch the original Mission Impossible before watching Fallout? That was not good. I'll just walk over here. Which does not break line of sight. Oh, there we go. There's another one down. Another death.
Your bones are scraped clean by the desolate wind. Your vault will now surely die, as you have.
There we are, 30 deaths. Alright. I'm just going to push a little further on. Oh, okay. Oh, the whole series. Nice. Alright, I'm going to push a little further on and see how far we go. Just want to see what happens with that level. Interesting. Best one in the series. Oh, see, I don't need to... Hang on. Yeah, I'm on the right level. Starting a fight with those people was actually silly, because I don't need to fight them, because that's a dead end. There's nothing there that I need. Let's activate sneak mode and just keep on going forwards. Oh, 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 oh. This looks like somewhere I want to be. I'm glad to hear it. Like, that sounds... I'm glad to hear that it lives up to the reputation of the series. I've still got to watch through, I think it's Ghost Protocol fully, which is the one, if that's the one with... There's only static on the radio. Hang on, did I accidentally load? That's weird. It's no longer linked to the field control computer. Interesting. Because I am on level 4, right? Hang on, whoa, wrong one. Map. Level 2. What? Hang on. What's going on here? I think I loaded the wrong game. Oh no. Or I was just at the... wasn't... Yeah, 3, and then... So why is that telling me... Oh, that's level 2. Okay. Got confused for a minute there. But I am on level 4. Okay. I've lost my link to the force field. That's a shame. Yeah, and that is that. Am I right? Is that the Philip Seymour Hoffman one? Yeah, if there is, I get your point about there being enemies in a room, but Fallout seems to have a pretty sensible attitude to, like, combat isn't always the best option. Another thing with Fallout that's amazing is, oh man, the track that they had in the trailer. It's just brilliant. Friction, I think the track is called. Alright, what are you? You're an out-of-order elevator. Because I think Lou is down in here, if I remember correctly. Alrighty, folks. Showtime. Let's do it. Wait, what are you? Ah, it's just a Mach 4 computer. Oh, okay, that's number 3, which is J.J. Abrams. Gotcha. Ghost Protocol was what? Was 4 then? Alright, let's go around the corner and hopefully break line of sight. There we go. Perfect. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright. I really need to get out of the way then. I think I know what you mean about Ghost Protocol bringing fun back into the series then, if I remember the trailer correctly. Yeah. Oh, indeed. I'm just going to pop back here. And I'm going to wait for people to come around the corner. Because that rocket launcher is going to hurt when it lands. See what we can do. $34 points of damage. It's not nothing. Let's come to here. So that way I've got a nice retreat again. If you all just could kindly bunch up, please. That would be lovely. Missing's not what I need. Hey, let's not get that close, guys. Okay? Yeah, that's perfect. Say cheese. Wow, RoboBrain's sturdier than Mr. Handy. Alright. So 2 points lets me break line of sight and then reload. So we can do it all again. You will suffer. Suffer great. Suffering is great. I think that robot's going back to its charge station. Alright, so now I should be able to just pop out. Hey guys! How's it going? 8079. Lieutenant's Guard. Oh, these guys are tough. It's not really doing that much. It's doing something. Well, they're having a stim pack. 1, 2. I have lots of rockets. Oh! I'm my own worst enemy. Ow, 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 ow. Got myself with the blowback. They're using many stim packs. Alright. I do not... I don't have enough for a targeted hit. That's okay. Doesn't need to be a targeted hit. I'll take that exchange. And then... Alright. We'll slow the roll on the rockets for a little bit. And... I get a bit of distance. They are using all the stim packs, which is a shame, because if I'd killed them straight away, that would mean more loot. More stim pack loot. Because I'm getting down with my stim packs. Don't make me... I don't want to have to use another rocket on you. Oh, there's Lou. Over there. To the side of shot. Ow. Ooh, that was a palpable hit. What do you got for me? That'll do. Alright. Let's go find out what you had. I think I want to save at this point too. Although, I'm not sure if it's going to let me in the middle of combat. Alright, nothing off either of them. Alright, I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Because we're running into overtime, I just need to take a very short restroom break. Alright, we are back in live. Do 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 do. I'm gonna pop a stim pack. Now, it could be a mistake, but I think that I can take the gentleman in the robes relatively easily. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, I try not to go overboard with them, but where they can convey information, I find that they're useful. All right, so I'm glad that they're doing their job. I'll shoot you in the head. Van Hagen. See, it does make me wonder, like, what happens in an alternate world where instead of just engaging in combat, if I get a chance to talk to these people, like, what do they say? Well, in Van Hagen's case, not much anymore. See if we can take out that robot. There we go. There we go. Can't end with hostile creatures nearby. What on earth is that? Laser pistol. Robes. Small energy cell. Do I have small energy cells? I think I do. I'll take a laser pistol. Alright. This is it, folks. This is the big one. Oh no. No. Oh, yeah. Got hit with that before. But more specifically, yeah, Super Mutant Guard got hit walking through there. Alright. You're getting in the way of my climactic final battle. There we go. No, you're not. Alright. In the case of Lou, I don't feel as bad. Like, coming around the corner, loaded for bear. Because the last time that I tried something like that in this alternate universe save with Lou, pretty much the best that Lou had to say was, "Now you die!" and killed Dog Meat and me. I think I've still got that clipped as well. Alright. Hey, Lo, how you doing? Can I hit you from here? I can. Wow, a palpable hit. 43 hit points of damage. I'll ring the doorbell and run away. Was me. Yeah, just come around the corner, Lou. Oh, wow. You got some movement points on you. When I said come around the corner, I didn't mean like come around the corner straight away. That just feels unnecessary. Alright, now I've really got to count out my pips. Because I don't want to get hit with the blowback from my own weapon like what happened before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough. Oh, I still don't have line of sight. Alright, I'm going to move up to here. So that I've got somewhere to retreat to next. Is that it? Is that it for Lou? 30 hit points of damage. No, that is not it for Lou. Alright, let's cross over here. Lou has got stamina. Alright, what do I got? Again, I can take 2 pips of movement. Wow, Lou is resilient. Was that it? Another 22. Oh, see, those rockets they're landing, but they're not doing huge amounts of damage. It's the best I got. Yeah, is that 4 or 5? I've lost count. And I think I'm out of rockets. Which is not good. Alright. Wow. See, that sniper rifle. That sniper rifle, you've said that it's a small gun, but 80 hit points of damage. That did more than the other rockets. So I guess Lou's vulnerable to crits. Well, if he kills me and I have to fight him again. Oh, don't stimpack, Lou. Winners don't use drugs. Yeah, if I have to fight him again, I'm guessing that the, well, let's see, that just might have been a super lucky hit. Success. See, that did 6 hit points. Who knows? No, no, Lou, don't stimpack. It's bad for you. I'm doing all my good work. I think this is going to end poorly for me. We'll see how we go. Come on, Lou. Ah, see now those head crits are only doing like 3. Let's try it. Couldn't get around the corner. Yeah, that 80 hit point hit must have just been a fluke. That's a shame. Yeah. Very true. Alright, Lou, I'm going to shoot you in the arm then. 17 hit points. Ooh. See what my numbers are like on the laser pistol. Lou, I feel like, I really do feel like that could have gone a whole different way if you hadn't have chowed down on a buffet of stim packs. Ah, yeah, see that's an energy weapon, so the numbers on them are terrible. Kids, put your numbers into energy weapons. So close, but so far. And I'm not getting good numbers on the eyes here either. Man, so close. Yep. All right.
Your life ends in the wasteland.
thank you very much for all of your company, all of you. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get through Lou tonight. It's going to require a little bit more thinking. And I'd actually intended to wrap up at 11. So we've actually gone into some pretty exciting overtime because we're so close. We're so close to the pointy end of all of this. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll call it a night there for now. I will be back streaming Sunday night, 9 to 11 p.m. I recognize though that Sunday night is not always convenient for folks. And thank you very much, Codsworth, for popping tonight's question into chat. Because as per usual, I will share with you for a Friday night stream what's the best thing that happened to me this week too. So there were two things that happened to me this week that were really pleasant. One is that I actually ended up picking up last minute tickets to a thing called Underscore, which is happening in Melbourne tomorrow night, which is a orchestra doing video game music, a lot of the video game music that's been created by Australian composers. So from stuff like Otherworld Agency, stuff from like Sound Librarian, Stefan Schutz's work, I believe, is in there as well, from Yonder. So there's some amazing stuff in there. And because my partner's wonderful mother is down from Brisbane at the moment, I get to go and enjoy that with my partner. It's quite rare because we have a 4-year-old that we get a chance to actually get out and do stuff as adults. So I'm really looking forward to that. The other thing that happened this week for me that was a real pleasure is the new version of Battle Chef Brigade Deluxe has been released on all platforms this week, and in there you can hear me playing a character called Ziggy, who was one of their stretch goal characters on the Kickstarter, who's this awesome undead necromancer chef who loves making like fatty fast food. And the fan response to Ziggy has just been wonderful. Like it's such a head trip having people like just reach out to me on Twitter and say, "Oh, I really like what you did with the character." So I that's been an absolute delight this week as well. So yeah, I would love to hear how your week has been. Drop me a line, like whisper, and I should pick that up via Twitch or pop it in chat. I do apologize though that I will have to head off. So even if you can even drop me a line via my website. I'd love to know how your week has been, or pop up in chat on Sunday night and let me know then. So again, thank you so much all of you for your company. I'm looking forward to Sunday night, just getting Lou out of there, seeing what we can do with, how many rockets do we have left? 3 rockets. 3 rockets and no grenades. I'm looking forward to dealing with Lou. Because that's our next step. That's the next thing we're going to do. Because we can't control the emitter fields now. We need to go and do something else in order to actually be able to control those. So yeah, it's going to be exciting times. So again, thank you so much, all of you, for your company, for joining me on the stream tonight. I had an absolute blast. The chat was fantastic, and I really appreciate you all spending your Friday nights here. Have a wonderful weekend, and if I see you on Sunday night, then fantastic. If not, then I look forward to crossing paths with you again soon. Be well. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and for live content, come join me on Twitch.